You ever feel like you're dragging your team uphill? You got meetings that go nowhere, projects that stall out, a group of smart people who just can't seem to move together. But here's the thing, your team doesn't need more talent or more hours in the day. What they need is momentum. And momentum doesn't just appear. It's something you as the leader can create. So today, I want to give you 5 practical ways to build unstoppable momentum with your team. Let's dive right in. Number 1, same page, same speed. The first step is to get on the same page, right? Row the boat in the same direction. When people don't know what the priorities are, they end up working on different things. And then the result is chaos. It's just like a rowing team, right? If one person rows left, another rows right, the boat spins in circles. So when everyone's rowing in sync, the boat flies across the water. So we got to know where we're going, how we're going to get there. So as a leader, it's your job to set the clarity. Spell out the goal, the timeline, the next steps, so there's no confusion. And when everyone knows where the boat's headed, progress will feel natural. So is it hitting a revenue target? Maybe you're launching a product on time, growing your customer base. Always re-emphasize and talk about the prize often. Remind your team why it matters and where you're going so that everybody is rowing in the same direction. Number 2, mission before motion. And make sure you ask your team, what do we stand for? Your team will move faster when they're fueled by more than just the task and the deadlines. It's not just checking a box. See, a sales team chasing quotas, eventually they're just going to burn out. But if they see themselves as helping people, solving real problems, they'll show up with energy and commitment. So your team needs a why, a sense of purpose beyond the checklist. When people know the impact of their work, they're not just showing up for a paycheck. They're showing up because it matters. See, we made this so obvious at Lemonly. When you walked into the door, you had to walk by our core values, right? Adventure, collaboration, integrity. You couldn't miss them. So that's what we stood for. Now, those are just words in the wall, so we had to bring them to life in our actions, in the way that we hired people, in the way that we would fire people, and even in the way that we tried to take words and bring them to life through benefits, right? Through perks. These were more than just words on the wall. They were what we stood for. And when people knew what we stood for, then they knew why they were showing up every single day. Number 3, clear the path. So one of the biggest killers of momentum is bottlenecks. If your team has to wait for you to approve something, to give a file, to open up access, to answer a question, things just slow down. All leaders, we want our teams to just go, to run, to get the thing done, to move forward. And anything that stops them, a roadblock, is going to slow them down. So here's the mindset shift I want you to consider. Instead of asking, what do I need from them? Ask yourself, what do they need from me? This will help them move faster. Clear the path, right? Your job as a leader is to make a smooth path so that they can run down. So that could mean signing up for a new tool, sharing access to a template, clarifying your priorities. Sometimes it's as simple as just asking your teammate, hey, how can I make your job easier? How can I help you go faster? So let's give an example. I'm waiting for my team to write a script for a YouTube video here, right? I'll give the subject, I'll give a high-level outline, and I'll say, go for it. But now they are waiting for access to the document, or I forgot to tell them, when we're shooting, or the details got held back. If we can free up this information, open up the resources, it's like a shared doc, a database, a goal, a shoot schedule, your team can move forward immediately. So momentum is about removing friction. Free up the information and you can free up their speed to go faster. Number 4, ask for forgiveness, not permission. We want to empower your team to go for it, right? Create a culture of risk-taking and accepting mistakes. I can tell you in my time as the Lemonly CEO, there was one thing I would share with every single person that we hired, from experienced person all the way down to interns. On their first day, I would sit down with them and I would say, hey, Lemonly is a place where we ask for forgiveness instead of permission. I want you to go for it. I want you to make mistakes. I want you to try things. Now, if you make mistakes, let's not try to make them again, but I want you to take risk. And so that's so key, because as the leader, right off the get-go, I was establishing with them that I want you to go. And I know that if you go, you might make a mistake. That's okay. Eliminating the fear. So make mistakes, don't make them again. Another great story, I'm coaching a client right now, very large team, almost 100 employees. And you can tell, the bigger the company gets, like think corporate, think large team, the more afraid people are to fail, right? They don't want to look bad. They don't want their peers to think they're not capable. They're afraid of maybe dropping the ball and getting a demotion or losing their job. But what we're trying to create with his team is the exact opposite. Who's the person that's willing to step out on the limb? Who's the person that's willing to make a mistake and then raise their hand and say, hey, I'm stuck. Hey, I need help. Hey, I don't have what I'm looking for. Can you guys come in and support me? So if you can establish a culture of making mistakes, and that's okay, go for it, move forward. Your team will go forward without you. Number 5, water the flowers and pull the weeds. What I mean by this is people will do more of what gets recognized. So when you see something good, don't wait until the quarterly review to say it right away. Call it out. Let them know, hey, John, that was really great. I'd like to see more of that. Hey, Joanne, when you do this, I loved how you did that. Keep going, right? So say your teammate's name, call them out. This is even more powerful when you can do it in a team context, right? Praise in public, criticize in private. So tell them instantly, you handled that client question perfectly. Keep going, do more of that. And then what happens? They'll keep doing it. On the flip side, if something isn't working, don't let it slide. Small issues today that are ignored will become big problems tomorrow, right? So when something's not working, when you want to give feedback, give constructive criticism in private, but do it right away. The longer things fester, the bigger they get. So for example, if someone keeps making errors, say in their monthly report or the analytics they put together, don't wait until the end of the month or the end of the quarter. Address it right away. Say, I noticed these mistakes. How can I help you? Let's fix this now so it doesn't keep happening. Quick feedback, positive or negative, will keep your team on track and prevent momentum from stalling out. All right, so here's the thing. Getting your team to move faster isn't about pushing harder. It's about removing the friction. How can you make it a smooth road? When you do these 5 things, you don't have to drag your team forward. They're going to start moving on their own with energy, with focus, and with speed. If you found this helpful, share it with another leader who's trying to get their team unstuck. And if you want more strategies like this, hit subscribe below. We'll keep learning how to lead a team that doesn't just work, but moves forward with momentum.